We begin our report with a rescue for the most vulnerable of Palestinian lives. 28 premature babies entering the world amid a lack of food, formula, and water in Gaza's Al-Shifa hospital arrived in Egypt Monday. The head of the World Health Organization says they're fighting serious infections and will require specialized care. At a second Gaza hospital, there was no rescue. Palestinian health officials say at least 12 people were killed after an airstrike. Hamas blames the Israeli military, but the IDF denies responsibility. It's unclear what this could mean for hostage negotiations. Here's what President Biden told reporters about that Monday.
Mr. President, is a hostage deal near? I believe so, but I'm not prepared to talk to you. Believe so? Yes.
CBS News foreign correspondent Imtiaz Tyab reports from Jerusalem.
In their short, fragile lives, these desperately ill premature babies have become a symbol of surviving the odds after being evacuated from northern Gaza City's devastated Al-Shifa hospital over the weekend. 28 of the tiny infants have now crossed into Egypt for badly needed treatment. A team from the World Health Organization visited Al-Shifa and described the hospital, now under Israeli control, as a death zone. This video released by Israel claims to show a Hamas tunnel that runs below the sprawling complex, complete with blast doors and a firing hole. We were shown the tunnel opening during a late-night visit there with Israeli commandos just days ago. A military spokesman also claims this footage shows Hamas fighters bringing hostages into Al-Shifa on October 7th. Hamas and medical staff deny the claims, and CBS News cannot independently verify the video. But Gaza's hospitals continue to be in Israel's crosshairs. Israeli tanks have now reportedly surrounded northern Gaza's Indonesian hospital, where nearly 3,000 Palestinians are sheltering and where at least 12 were killed today in artillery fire, according to the Hamas-run Ministry of Health. Hamas has been negotiating with Israel through Qatari mediators over a deal which could see the release of some hostages taken captive on October 7th. CBS News has been told there are only, quote, minor obstacles to an agreement. Musa Abu Marzouk is a senior Hamas leader, designated a terrorist by the U.S. government. He told CBS's Holly Williams Hamas and Israel are close to a deal.
The deal you're negotiating with Israel is to swap 50 civilian hostages for 100 Palestinian prisoners and a 5-day ceasefire.
Yes.
What does Hamas want?
We want to be free like the others.
And in what Israel is calling an act of Iranian terrorism, heavily armed Houthi rebels from Yemen filmed themselves storming what they called an Israeli cargo ship in the Red Sea. The Iran-backed fighters took staff hostage and raised the Yemeni and Palestinian flags, saying any vessels linked to Israel are, quote, legitimate targets.
Imtiaz Tyab joins me now from Jerusalem. Imtiaz, let me ask you, we heard about those infants, the premature babies. What do we know about their parents?
Yeah, John, those images so heartbreaking and so moving at the same time to see such small premature babies in such an extraordinary conflict zone. What we understand is that 28 of those babies were able to cross over into Egypt because health professionals inside Gaza were able to get their parents' consent. Those parents were not allowed to cross over into Egypt with their child. We also understand that 2 parents decided to keep their child inside Gaza to be treated at the Emirates Hospital, which is in the south of the Gaza Strip. And one of those babies, her identity is unknown, and we don't know whether her parents are alive. And it really just underscores the real tragedy in Gaza right now when it comes to children, where over 5,000 have been killed over the past 7 weeks. John.
And at this stage in the fighting, what about the adults? I mean, what options are left for Palestinians who need medical care?
It's a dire situation. The images that we receive from medical facilities, whether it's in Gaza City, in the north of the country, in the south of the country, pretty much anywhere anyone will go to receive help. This situation, as we've been saying, is just abysmal. You see people lying on the floors covered in blood with terrible wounds, and doctors just don't have the medicine they need. They can't sterilize injuries. We've heard reports some are resorting to using household vinegar just to try to treat infections, which of course really isn't going to do much. The health system in Gaza, after 7 weeks of war, as we've been saying, is frankly at breaking point. Now, we do understand that there are some efforts being made by the Jordanians to create a field hospital in southern Gaza. In fact, we've seen some of that aid come into the Gaza Strip, but it will be some days before that hospital is operational. But given the sheer volume of injured, and it is in the many, many thousands, they're going to need a lot more than that field hospital. John.
Imtiaz Tyab in Jerusalem. Thank you.